So, the year 2020. Where do we even begin? 2020 was an unpredictable year, to say the least. We saw the loss of some incredibly famous people throughout the world, from sporting icons
with half a minute to play, Bryant for the lead! Yes! Kobe Bryant
to talented musicians.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away.
And household names in the film and TV industry, to name but a few. The world was rocked by the power struggle within certain countries, electing buffoons to lead nations, and ultimately causing greater unrest from when they first rose to power. We saw natural disasters and climate change rip through countries, causing havoc, chaos, and destruction to whatever got in its path. But united people stood. People rose up and spoke out more than ever this year for injustice, systemic racism, and most importantly, for what was right. Movements around the world solidified that bond within every person, that enough was enough and they wanted to make a stand. We saw people in their masses marching. We seen celebrities using their platforms for good to spread messages of change.
This is longevity. Some of you are artists, some of you are bankers, some of you are lawyers, some of you own shop stores. You are important. Your individual power, your individual right is very, very important. We can all join together to make this a better world.
We seen companies rising up for what they believed was right. We seen athletes standing together, supporting and uniting as one. We even seen whole countries take a stance and unify in this fight for change. This should not be overshadowed. Movements like this should continue, and the fight for what is right should not be forgotten. But alas, a global, worldwide pandemic is what 2020 will be most remembered for. Devastation sweeping the world, with millions sadly contracting and perishing due to this unforgiving and unrelenting virus where no one is immune. It's seen the world come to a standstill, whole countries in lockdown, travel banned, economies crashing, unemployment at an all-time high, families struggling to survive, the mental and physical strain it placed on even the most successful or ordinary people. This is what 2020 and for years to come will be most remembered for. But all is not lost. It brought countries and scientists from all around the world together to create a vaccine, the fastest vaccine ever produced, which has been rolled out across the world, hopefully saving millions. But does that mean our year is saved? Does that mean 2021 is saved?
For most, if not all of us, 2020 has affected us in many different ways. But one thing is apparent for us all: 2020 was shit. For me, I felt my whole world had crumbled around me. I lost everything that made me who I was as a person. I lost relationships. I lost jobs. I lost my sport. I felt as though I'd lost my own identity. I really had hit an all-time low. My confidence was lost and I didn't know who I was anymore. But to try and combat this, I threw myself into work. More work than I'd ever done before. I was working 100-hour weeks for months, trying to escape my problems and feel a sense of worth again. But it just drove me further down a darker path, leading me to more depression and a sense of loneliness. I had to find a way out of this rut. I needed help. I needed to make a change. But my confidence was shattered. I didn't know who I was anymore, never mind what I should do. But somehow, I found the courage to talk. Something that was difficult to do, because as an athlete from a young age, I was told to never show emotion as it was a sign of weakness. I'd always put my own problems to the back of my head and try and be in the present, in the here and now. It may be difficult to admit your problems, or even think they are worthy of requiring help, as you believe them to be so minuscule. But I was at breaking point. I reached out to my friends, and it was the best thing I had ever done. They were there for me through everything, helping me see sense in the world, and giving me the confidence to just get back out there. If 2020 has taught me anything, then it's to communicate, more so than ever. Talk with your family, your friends, your loved ones. They truly care for you, and just want the best for you. Never think you're alone. There will always be someone there for you, even if it's just to listen. So, in that sense, 2020 wasn't just a bad year in terms of what went on and what we went through, but it was also a learning experience. It was a chance to find myself again. I didn't want to waste another year of my life thinking about the ifs and the buts, and thinking about the things I wish I could have done that year, or the places I should have travelled to, or the memories I could have made. It was time to live in the moment, something I had done for most of my life, but in 2020, I lost that. That is why 2021 is going to be different. Even if this virus is present or not, I will not let it stand in the way of another year. I am taking back control and living my life as I want to. I believe that for so many of us in 2020, they lost hope, they lost a sense of purpose, a sense of being able to follow their dreams in every aspect of the word, and they lost things that just made them happy. But now more so than ever, we cannot live another year of putting goals on hold and not following what makes us happy. We may not be able to fully live out these goals, but as humans we can adapt, create new passions, find new loves, explore new places, even if that's just on our own back doorstep. So, this year, I challenge you to truly put yourself outside of your comfort zone and do something you've always wanted to do, as life is too short to constantly thinking about doing it. Instead, we just need to live in that moment and act. If you continually do that and push the boundaries, you'll grow as a person and be fulfilled with all these new things and challenges you experienced. In life, we should never place any limitations on ourselves. We should never listen to someone who says you can't do this or shouldn't do that. If you have a goal, a dream, a vision, an accomplishment in life you want to achieve, no matter how big, no matter how crazy it may seem, then go for it. Put your all into it. In life, you only get one shot around. So don't sit and let a day go by wishing for something to happen. Act on it now and create the life that you want to live. So, that is why 2021 for me is going to be a year of adventure, a year of exploring new countries, a year of brand new, unique experiences, a year of creating the most incredible memories, and a year of completing the most crazy challenges imaginable. I just want to say yes to every single opportunity that comes my way, never missing out on anything that makes me happy. I just want to say yes to life. And in 2021, that's what I'm going to do. So, I thought to myself, what do I want to get out of this year in my life? I sat, brainstorming away, thinking up my craziest bucket list of challenges and experiences. I began to write them down, creating a list of everything I wanted to accomplish in this year. I set myself the challenge of ticking one thing off this list every single week, not letting a week go by without trying or experiencing something new. So, that brings us to the present day in 2021. I have my list created, I have insane adventures and challenges planned, and I could not be more excited to bring you guys along on this epic journey. So, stay tuned to see how I make 2021 the best year yet. But finally, I want to see what 2021 has in store for every single one of you guys. I want to hear what things you want to achieve and tick off your bucket list. So, let's just get out there and have the most incredible, unforgettable year to date.